Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks to anybody watching now, and thanks to everybody else who's going to watch at a later time. Everybody knows who I am. My name's Jeremy Free. I'm the owner of Costa Rica Expats Facebook group. And I'm here today because I thought it was very important. There's been a lot of information I've seen going around the internet. And I spoke with Jose last week, and we decided it was a good idea to kind of bring the up-to-date information on pet travel. That's been a huge discussion right now with all the things with Alaska Airlines, and it seems to have kind of spread. So Jose here is the general manager of Pet Lounge Costa Rica. I've personally used him and his company, and that's why we're here to bring, like I said, people to you who are vetted, who have used, who you can trust. So Jose, if you want to kind of just introduce yourself and let everybody know what you do.
Okay. Hi, Jeremy. Thank you for having me here. So I'm the general manager of Pet Lounge. We have been doing pet shipping or pet relocation for almost 12 years now. We have shipped almost 8,000 dogs in these 12 years. And most of them go from San Jose to United States and from United States to Costa Rica. So yeah, it was we were very scared about the news that somebody posted on Facebook about the CDC putting an embargo about pet shipping to Costa Rica. So immediately we went to the official source, that is SENASA and the CDC. And locally, we're happy to say that nothing is going to change on pet coming from United States to San Jose and going back. It was a news about Alaska Airlines putting an embargo. We think that that's going to happen because it's already published in their website. But the information that came last week said that the CDC was going to put an embargo, and that's not true. It came from Alaska Airlines, but we still don't know why they are mentioned the CDC on their information. But up to now, pet shipping continues as usual. And what is important is that Alaska Airlines is going to put an embargo, and people flying with them and trying to bring their pets or trying to ship their pets with Alaska, they are going to have problems.
So you think that was probably where the big confusion came, was just a little piece of information was shared, not quite the whole entirety, because it was, people kind of took it as everything, but it was specifically Alaska Airlines by themselves, correct? That's kind of where the confusion came.
Yes, I think that everything started with the information that came since July, that there was a case of a dog with screw worms in Costa Rica. So the CDC made some changes about the requirements that dogs traveling to the United States from Costa Rica must comply. And one of those changes is that now dogs going to the United States must travel with a letter from the vet saying that the dog is free of screwworms, and the dog needs to be checked by the vet within 5 days of the flight. So that's the only thing that changed on shipping pets to the United States. And I think that Alaska, maybe they confused the information they received from the CDC about screwworms, because every time there's a new requirement, the CDC sends the information to the airlines, so they know what to ask when people go to do the check-in on the counter. And maybe the person that was giving the information to this customer read it wrongly and did something and gave the wrong information.
And you know how stuff on Facebook, once it goes on there, it just gets spread. Yeah, so basically, it's other than Alaska Airlines, excuse me. There is just people need to plan for another test for their dog within 5 days. You said before travel. That's basically all that's happened. Is just an extra test for the screw worms.
Yes, and that's only to go back to the United States.
Okay.
It doesn't apply for dogs coming from United States to Costa Rica.
Okay.
From what they put on their website, I know they will have an embargo, but I think this is like a Christmas embargo, high season, and I don't think it's gonna be like all year around, because
Okay.
I used to take a lot of dogs with Alaska Airlines, and I know that on high seasons they put on their website that from this date to this date we're not gonna take pets as luggage, because like they have a lot of people flying, they need the space
That's true.
in the cargo to put luggage. So this
No,
is
that
the main
definitely
reason
makes sense.
airlines put embargoes for pets during Christmas season, and we will have to see if they end the embargo once the high season ends.
That makes sense.
Mm.
So I know during my research, before contacting your business and working with you guys, I was kind of under the assumption that when you really look into it, that only Alaska Airlines allowed cargo animals. About how many airlines would you say you have available to be able to ship? Is it a lot, or is it a very, very few number of airlines that you can use to bring your animals down?
Well, it depends on how you want to bring your dog or your cat. Most of the airlines allow you to bring your pet as carry-on. If it's a small dog or small cat, you can put it underneath the seat, and you can bring it as carry-on. The only one that doesn't allow that is Spirit, because they don't allow pet travel internationally. The second option is to take your pet as excess baggage. That's when you are in the same plane and you check your dog or your cat as a piece of luggage. So the process is different than cargo. They go in the cargo hold, but only a few airlines allow this. Alaska is one, Volaris, Avianca, and Aeromexico are the main ones that allow excess baggage. Well, not Alaska anymore, and
Right.
allow excess baggage from United States to Costa Rica. And the third option will be to ship your dog as cargo. The difference between cargo and luggage is that you don't have to be in the same flight. The pet can travel alone. You don't check it in the counter. You do it on a cargo warehouse, and pets travel what is called with an airway bill. And once they arrive to Costa Rica, they need to be cleared. They need to clear customs by a broker, and they need to pay taxes. So it's a different process. It's usually much more expensive than taking your pet as luggage, and most of the airlines allow this. From United States, you can use American Airlines, Volaris, Avianca, Aeromexico. From the U.S. airlines, Delta is not currently shipping pets, only if you're military. And United, since the beginning of the pandemic, they stopped their pet program, so they are not taking pets as luggage or as cargo. And if you go to Los Angeles or Miami, you will find cargo all plane. Well, it's called freighters. That is an all cargo plane. So there's DHL. Avianca has also a big plane. Tampa, and Maser is one option from Los Angeles.
Okay.
So
So
if you have
there's quite a few.
like a big dog, you can ship it as you can ship it as cargo on a freighter. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so there's many more options than I think people realize out there. Which is one reason why I personally used you guys, was because it's 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 possible to do by yourself. Excuse me. It's possible to do by yourself, but I just feel like it's just, you never know, things are always changing. That's why I went with you guys, because if something changed, you would know it, you would be on top of it. If I wasn't continually looking to see if something was changing, then what if I drove, the 11 hours to the airport, got there, and then I
Yes.
messed up one little piece of paperwork, and that completely screws up the whole flight, the whole, everything. So that's personally the reason why I used you guys, is just for the guarantee, to take the questioning out of the process of it.
Yeah. To give you an example, you can ship your own dog with American Airlines. You can do your own booking. But there are many things that you have to take in consideration. One is temperature, one is the size of the crate. There are just a few airplanes that are pet friendly. For example, American, they have Airbuses and they have Boeings. Only Boeings can ship pets. So to give you an example, yesterday a guy from Portland wrote us and say, I'm in Portland, I'm going to ship my dog with American Airlines. And I told him, no, you cannot, because from Portland, you only have Airbuses, and Airbuses are not pet friendly. And also they have many letters. They need to have a breed verification form, what is called an acclimatation form. If the temperature at the time of departure is under 20 degrees Fahrenheit, they will reject your pet. If the health certificate is over 10 days of issued, it's not going to be accepted. So there are many things that people don't know, and they think it's very easy, and they go to the airport to check their pet, and they encounter these problems.
Yeah, I just feel like that's one thing to take off of your list of having to figure out moving to a brand new country. There's plenty of other things to figure out on your own, but bringing your loved ones, your pets, everybody, that's the whole point. So I think it's very important to use somebody. I mean, for example, I was texting you at, what was it, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning when we were on the way with all of my animals, because I was in the airport freaking out because they had to be on a different plane, and you were there. You responded to me. You comforted me, told me everything was fine. They're in the air. You already spoke to your people on the ground. So it was an excellent experience for us. And we had 5 cats and a dog. We brought the whole family. So it was a big adventure, but you guys definitely made it a lot smoother, and I appreciate that. I think
we have our team. Our team is almost 24/7 connected to our hotlines. So if anybody has an issue, or when they are checking their pet, they have a problem with the airline, we will always reply as soon as possible. So that's one of the main reasons people like to use us, because we are always connecting and we are always trying to find a solution for them. So for all these people that are having problems with Alaska and they need to ship their pet in this month, they can connect with us, and we will give them options. It's they need to know that it will depend on the breed of the dog, the size, the departure airport, the size of the crate. There are many things that they need to take in consideration before choosing the right airline to ship their pet.
No, that makes total sense. I'm glad we've cleared that up. I think that's probably going to help a lot of people realize kind of what's going on, and realize maybe they need us to discuss this with somebody. John said, excellent topic. I have $2 I'll be bringing down from Florida. Well, there you go. That's where I left from Miami, so I know if you need help, Jose can easily take care of you, and get in touch with him. We'll get Andres to put up all your information so people can easily find you. There it is. And so if you want to get in touch with Jose's team, just look on their website and reach out to them. I think that's pretty much it, Jose, unless anybody else has a question who's watching, or if you have anything else to add, please feel free to add.
Well, the main conclusion we have today is that nothing is going to change with the CDC or the USDA. The requirements are going to be the same until further notice. They are not thinking on putting an embargo to Costa Rica. Senasa confirmed this today with them, or yesterday, but we received the email today. And that's it. So if, as I said, if somebody is flying with Alaska, there are a few other options they can use. So they can reach out to me, and I'll be happy to tell them what is the best option for their pet.
Right. Perfect. Well, we'll make sure, Jose and I will make sure anything that changes, I'll stay in contact with Jose, and anything that changes, we'll make sure we'll post on the Costa Rica Expat Facebook page. Yeah, we did, John. As soon as we were over, it's Alaska is the only one that's not allowing travel of pets. They set the embargo. But we'll put all this information in writing up as well, so everybody can see that again easily and be able to read it without watching the whole video. So I appreciate your time, Jose. Everybody reach out to Jose and get your pets here. It's an easy process when you use them. And thanks everybody, Jose. I appreciate it, man.
It's a great country to bring your pet, Costa Rica.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jeremy.
All right. Thanks, Jose. I'll talk to you later, man.
Okay. Bye.